Episode 56. Tomas sees Eva at Orky Jean's, and of course he joins her. I'm telling you, Kat is going to lose Tomas if she don't let go of this vendetta she got against Eva and spend more time with Tomas, because you never see Eva telling Tomas, oh, I got to handle this, I'm going to move on about my business. She sits there and she gives him her undivided attention when they're having their conversations, and she doesn't let anyone or anything affect that. That's the difference. And even though Eva and Tomas are not in a relationship, it's a different dynamic, and I think Tomas enjoys that. I'm starting to see the dynamic now of why when he sees Eva, he's always drawn to go by her regardless to what Kat tells him. He goes anyway because it looks like he enjoys spending time with Eva. That's why I said Kat's gonna lose him. So Tomas tells Eva that he heard that her mom accused her of a crime, and Eva looks at him surprised. Next, Kat goes to the police station to see if Jacob is going to arrest Eva for Laura's accident. And Jacob tells her Leslie says that she was messing around with her, and that Eva didn't do anything. So Jacob says that it makes more sense that Leslie ran Laura off the road. And also, Leslie doesn't have an alibi for that night of the accident. So Kat asks about Eva's alibi, and Jacob basically is just letting her know he hasn't even spoken to Eva, and he's not worried about an alibi from Eva because he already said that he thinks Leslie is the culprit. I tell you, Kat, she is just so laser focused on Eva. It's just clouding her judgment. So Jacob says that his gut says, again, it's Leslie. So Jacob tells Kat to just stay out of it, but of course she won't. Next, Tomas has a big mouth. He gets around Eva. If he knows anything regarding Eva, he gonna let her know. So you better not say anything around Tomas. So he tells Eva that Kat recorded Leslie saying that she ran Laura off the road. And Eva tells him she doesn't know how to ride a motorcycle. And Tomas tells her it sounds like her mom is trying to set her up. And Eva knows her mom, and Eva had already suspected that Leslie had hurt Laura and that Leslie ran Laura off the road. Next, Cray Cray is in Laura's hospital room. Cray Cray, aka Leslie. And I don't understand why she's still messing with this girl. She done enough. The cat is out of the bag. Let the girl heal and get out the hospital. That's ridiculous. And I really hope that her crazy ass ain't trying to kill this girl. So Leslie grabs a pillow and walks towards Laura. And Laura looks scared, as she should. And Leslie laughs and says that she looked uncomfortable. See, this crazy chick gets off on tormenting people. That's why I said she's a psychopath. She's sick. Laura tells her she knows who she is, and she's heard about what she did to Nicole and Ted. And Leslie asks Laura if she has any idea who ran her off the road. Like, if Laura has any common sense, she ain't gonna say, yeah, I think you did it. Even if she thought that, she wouldn't say it. Like, why would she? And you sitting up there with a pillow in your hand, acting like you was gonna walking towards her. I mean, like, she would be crazy to say anything. Next, Anita and Vernon are at the country club waiting for Anita's former group member, Tracy. So Tracy finally arrives and gives Anita a hug. She tells him she and Derek are going through a rough spot living together. And of course they going through a rough spot living together. They're basically living in a studio. And it's like they're on top of each other. I mean, that room is so small. Of course, it's not even enough room for one person's stuff, let alone two. So Ashley tells Andre she should tell Derek she loves him. She tells Andre that he's a good friend. And yeah, I mean, he can be a good friend, but I think it's other motives behind that. And that makes me wonder because it looks like Andre and Danny are basically in a relationship, whether they say it or not, because every time you turn around, they hooking up. Now, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the womanizer in him. He's just not a one woman man. Who knows? Next, Leslie tells Laura it could look like Eva will have something to do with her accident. So she's trying to plant in Laura's head that, oh, Eva might be the culprit because she did gain something from your accident. She got the job with your job with Nicole, and maybe that's what she was after. And it's like, Leslie, you're not that smart because people can see through that. And you would think that Laura would be able to see that too. Then Leslie goes on to say, but Eva wouldn't hurt anyone. And it's like, stop it. Stop it. We can see all through you. And it looks like Laura can see it as well. But she's being smart because she better not say a word to Cray Cray. Next, Tomas is telling Eva that he's not accusing her mom of hurting Laura, but it looks like she did. And he tells Eva he's just being honest. And Eva tells him he's too classy of a guy to come out and ask why she allows Leslie to treat her bad. And I guess Eva and Tomas are kindred spirits because he tells Eva that Leslie reminds him of his dad. And so maybe that's why he enjoys speaking to Eva and hanging around her, because they share crazy parents. So Eva says that her mom makes her feel like she's not good enough, but she also makes her laugh. And that's that dynamic that I see in even people that I know that might have a toxic parent or a family member. You know, they love that person, although that person is not good to them. It's also that, I don't know if you want to call it loyalty, but it's also that's my family member kind of thing. And I don't know, for me, that don't work because people will tell you I'm like Meghan Markle. I will ghost you in a minute. I don't care who you are. If you're treating me bad, I'm not gonna sit there and tolerate it. So Tomas tells Eva that it's exhausting waiting for a parent to love you, and especially in her situation, her mom. So Eva puts her hand on his and tells him that she's sorry his dad treats him bad, and he tells her he's sorry about her mom treating her badly. And see, this is what I'm talking about. It's already, I can see it already. These two are going to be a couple. Kat has messed up seriously. This man is connecting with Eva in a way that, in my opinion, he'll never be able to connect with Kat, because Kat is just not putting in the work to even get to know him. But Eva, they're having deep conversations, and Eva's learning things that Kat, who's supposedly trying to get to know him and see if it can lead to a relationship, she doesn't even know about Tomas' dad. And that's the problem. That's why I said she's going to lose him. Next, Andre comes back to Ashley's apartment that she shares with Derek. And why would he go with her to the apartment that she's sharing with a man? I don't know. He should have took his butt on about his business. But anyway, Ashley notices Derek's suitcase and clothes are gone. And I'm sure Andre is kind of secretly happy about this. I don't know. I get that vibe from him. Next, Tomas's messy boots. Eva tells him his girlfriend Kat wouldn't like if she saw them holding hands, and he tells her they weren't necessarily holding hands and that Kat is not his girlfriend. And Eva asks him why, and he says because of you. All right then. Yep, I already see where this is going. So I knew I knew it, but then he changes it around and says that, oh, because every time I'm with Kat, she's talking about you and trying to find some dirt on you. And we were just, and he was telling her, like, previous to seeing Eva there at Orthy Jeans, he saw Kat and they were, he thought that they were connecting, they were kissing and everything. And then Kat jumps up talking about she got to go handle some business about trying to get Eva locked up. And again, that's why I said she messed up on that. And so he told her, and you could tell that bothered him. And so he's basically letting Eva know that that bothered him. And he knows that with Eva would never do that. And that's why I said those two are going to be in a relationship. Next, Kat tells Laura it's suspicious that Laura had a spike in her potassium, and Kat says that she saw a true crime show where the killer injured their victim and circled back to finish them off. So Kat says, what if Leslie tried to kill her by spiking her potassium levels? And of course, y'all on the right path. And I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, because like, who else would want to hurt Laura? Laura has been in that town, I assume, all her life, and nothing's happened to her. And all of a sudden, this crazy woman coming to town and all this stuff is happening to her. And her daughter gets her job. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. And Kat, maybe she needs to talk to Jacob about going to the police academy. I don't know, but she's so bougie. I don't know if she wants to work. Well, especially a job like that. I don't think that would be prestigious enough for her. But I mean, she's going around like she's a black Nancy Drew. So I don't know. Maybe she needs to look into it. Next, Eva says she understands why Kat is trying to get her in trouble, because she's done so much to Kat's family. And Tomas tells her she's not responsible for her mother's action and that Eva deserves compassion. And I guess he is the man that's willing to give it to her. So he says his dad tried to make him doubt himself all the time. See, and they have a connection because they got crazy parents. Because they're going to trauma bond. You already see where this is going. Next, Laura asks Kat, does she think that she's still in danger? And Kat says that she doesn't think so. So Kat tells Laura that she will talk to security about keeping Leslie away from her hospital room. And you would think that security would already know this. The girl was ran off the road. They don't know who did it. You would think that they would have somebody kind of like watching the room, but I guess not. So Kat promises she will make whoever hurt her pay. Next, Eva sees Leslie at Orthy Jeans, and she says it's bad enough she kicked her out, but now she's putting crimes on her. And Eva looks mad because that's ridiculous. And that is so manipulative and evil. Like, I really think that Leslie wouldn't care if Eva got locked up. She would act like she would, but she would be glad that it's off her, because you could tell everything is self-preservation with her. Next, Kat goes to see Jacob at the police station again, and she tells him Leslie was in Laura's hospital room and that she and Laura put 2 and 2 together and figured out that Leslie or Eva put potassium in Laura's IV. So Jacob says the doctor says spikes in potassium levels is normal. And he tells Kat they need evidence. Of course they do. So you already know the black Nancy Drew, she's going to be on it. She's going to find Jacob some tangible evidence, because she is all about getting Eva out of her way. Next, Anita is enjoying her time with Tracy, and she tells Vernon she's so happy reminiscing with her ex group member Tracy. So it'll be interesting to hear more about their past. And that ends the episode.